Kindly watch this video. Now, up to that point, we can agree that the friends fully supported the gentleman to bring the ball from where it dropped. Let's see what happens next. Now, you now discover that the support was not for the gentleman. The support was for him to bring the ball. After he had brought the ball, the friends had no business with him, and so they dropped him to mind his business. Let me tell you something. In life, many people will like you and support you not for who you are, but because of what they are getting from you. And such people can drop you immediately they have gotten what they wanted from you, or when they get someone who offers better than you. Don't die for people who can drop you like chewing gum after getting what they wanted from you. When you rise to the position of power, fame, and wealth, remember to maintain a heart of humility. The respect, the honor, the support, the convenience are for that position, not for you. If a traffic police officer goes to the road in civilian and begins to stop the motorists, do you think they will stop? Definitely no. Why? Because motorists stop for the crown, not for the person. When you rise to fame and stop doing what brought you there, the same people who held you will begin to mock you, stating how you are finished. Why? Because they followed you not because of who you are, but because of what they were getting from you. As you rise in life, there are people you'll offend just by doing the right thing. There are people you'll offend unknowingly because of the innate human weaknesses. Now, those don't matter. But if you choose to use your power and position to show people the material you are made of, then believe you me, when that position is gone, you will suffer guilt and even become paranoid. Remember, you can run away from your enemies, but you can't run away from guilt. And so also, if you use your power and position to impact lives, even if the people don't appreciate you, even if they don't reciprocate, your self-worth will be lifted. At any position you are in life, remember you're human and maintain the heart of humility. Thank you.
I don't kidnap him for 3 months, for 6 months. But when they say 3 months, I kidnap him. How many months I kidnap him? 3 months. Na 3 months. Na 3 months I kidnap him. But do man say 6 months? Are you sure say 2 of una give am belle? 2 of them. Now 2 of una give am belle. Are you sure? You know the lie for us. I'm not going to tell you lie. Don't you ask me. Now truth is they tell us. I'm not going to tell you lie. Who are you here now? PG. From where? From Iftedun. Special squad Iftedun. And Oyi. Combined team. Special strike force Oyi. No be them owe you. Should be waiting to tell us now the truth. You know the lie for us. If you go take the girl, then you will come. Yeah, I go see and say give am belle. Now, if you confirm say the girl say 6 months na kidnap am, you they say 3 months. No, what you go do you? Anything what you want. Anything what you want. Are you from where? From Niger. Niger. What is your name? Adamu from Niger. You unko? Mohammed. From where? Niger. From Niger Republic. So as you know me. You know me well. So you go feel like for me. So this thing where they tell me now truth.
If you are talk life for you go.
Now truth is they tell me. Say na 3 months. No be 6 months na kidnap am. So now, if I confirm say na 6 months, what thing I go do you?
Anything where you like.
Anything where I like, make I do you. Anything where I like, make I do you. She be get wife. You can't go Niger, go keep am. You unko? You get wife. You there for Niger. What do you do? They good. What do you do? Go they good. You know good. What do you do? They good. You know good. So you be my brother. You know if you do you bad. Anybody beat you here? Anybody beat you here? Anybody beat you? Who collect any money from your hand? Huh? Shall we want make everything there okay? We don't want make everything settle. We not go do them again. We not go do them again.
No.
We not go do them again. Are you sure?
I swear.
Okay.
What's your take concerning the position by the legal counsel to NNAMDI, MAZI, KANU?
Well, Ejimako is one person that I have maximum respect for as per his doggedness. I did indicate to you that I've been a victim of injustice. And when I see one, even from a safe or far distance, I can recognize it. And I can tell you straight. I'm an Ogoni by ethnic extraction. You know the story of Kensal Wiwa. And I don't want to dabble into those who are behind the hanging of that man. I thank God because I can clearly, there's this thing I call beyond jurisprudence. Beyond the fanciful and cosmetic argument about the law, there is a superior law. There was an article that I read by one English professor. He said, every lawyer of experience knows that in any case, there is the plaintiff's truth, there is the defendant's truth, there is the witness truth, there is the judge's truth, and there is another truth which is only known to God. I used to call that the fifth truth. Now, I thank God for the courage that God gave to MAZI and the KANU to stand firm. Nigerians will recognize, I don't know how long he's going to live when he finally is released, when he has fulfilled his purpose. Because I've come to realize, I'm a lawyer. I'm a notary public of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. I'm also a creative storyteller. I believe very strongly that there is a particular purpose, core purpose, for why each of us is on this side of eternity. It gives me joy. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is a driver of my spirit past discovering and standing by. If you know about the story of MAZI NNAMDI, who he was, professionally speaking, he's not a beggar. For him to come down, people will know that guy is going to be somebody that is going to be researched upon. Mark my word, just place it somewhere. It will happen in my lifetime. There are a lot of people, you know, when evil continue, it will continue to a level that almost everybody will now lose faith. And then let's give in and take it. That's why I'm very inspired by the spirit of somebody like Peter Obi. Whenever I see him, I see a sign of a new Nigeria that is coming up. You know, most people don't understand what we mean by extraordinary rendition. Nigeria brought itself to a pariah status globally and on the table of civilization by that singular act of collaborating with Kenya, right? Of collaborating with Kenya to extraordinary rendering MAZI NNAMDI KANU back to this country. As a lawyer, I can tell you for free. See how the Federal High Court was being manipulatively destroyed by the power that be. And the Attorney General is behind it. He is behind it. And I don't want to make certain comment about him. Because in the light of the second matter we handle, which is the issue of Ekuremadu, that matter reinforced in me that there is a power that is beyond the ordinary law. And I'm determined to invoke it against those who don't mean well for us. Do you understand it? So when you talk about rule of law touching these this MAZI NNAMDI KANU, I think she really pointed, drew me back. I think she knew this topic was going to come up. When I kind of digress, I wanted to talk about it. When it comes to rule of law, which I say the foundation is that it does not respect anybody, irrespective of your position. You don't choose what to obey, because doing that is inviting anarchy. Because there's a way law works. Law is like two-edged sword. It may be pleasing you now, but behind the door, this closed door you are seeing, behind it, as we get there, this thing will turn.
ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala gị niile n'iyi okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọkụ onye nwaanyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọ bụ anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri agha nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwe kwesịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwe kwesịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi wee hụ ndị iro anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizọba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro bi na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ajọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe tịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememila Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero kuni ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ gụ nwa bụ ekekere n'igwe n'ụwa nwe onye ọbụla kere gị nweghị mmalite nweghị ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị bụ anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama marakwa na okwu gị na-anọgide gị mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na-abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị onye bụ Chukwu nke abịa ma
ise nwa Chineke ka ị bụ. Fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world, I welcome you to this evening program. I welcome you, and as I welcome you, please, I want you to welcome others and also invite your friends and relatives. Share the program in all the platforms where you belong. Fellow Biafrans, I am bringing you greetings from IPOB Western Cape, South Africa. This is IPOB Western Cape Media, coming to you from Cape Town. We are live here in Cape Town, and we welcome you in the name of Chukwuoke Abiam. As you are joining, please kindly share the program, like the program. The reason why you should like and share this program is that it will go far and wide in reaching our people. Our people are wallowing in ignorance. Our people does not understand the true meaning of freedom. Our people are all gullible. So as we share this program, it will help to educate them and change them from their awkward thinking, and they will start to see things from the perspective of true freedom. Fellow Biafrans, my name is MAZI Oyebuchi. I am the Parklands Unit Coordinator by the grace of Chukwuoke Abiam. And I am the host of IPOB Western Cape Media. To join us in this program, as you join us in this platform, this is where we say things exactly the way they are. As you see, it says, saying it the way it is. We are saying whatever we say without fear nor favor. We are not saying it to favor anybody. We are not saying it to assassinate the character of anybody. What we are doing in this page and this is to enlighten our people and call them back to the track. Because it is now very, very clear that our people, most of our people, do not understand what we are doing. When they hear Biafra, they will cluster around. When they hear NNAMDI KANU on Radio Biafra, they will tune in and they will be hyping Onyendu, carry on, go on. But when the true freedom, true fighting started, all of them started falling out on the wayside. Fellow Biafrans, if you are among those who are still confused, if you are among those who does not know where to follow, which way to turn to. If you are still confused about everything that is playing out on social media in the past few days, this is the place you need to be, because we will try our best to educate you. We will try our best to make you to see reason why we are doing what we are doing. I want you to understand that freedom is not cheap. Freedom is not cheap in the sense that you do not fold your hands and scream freedom, 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 and suddenly freedom will appear. If you do that, you will scream forever and ever, and you will never be free. There are things you must do as a woman, as a man, as a woman, even as a child, if you truly want freedom. Fellow Biafrans, if you follow the lines of events in the past few days, you will understand that the enemies has come out in their numbers. There are those who were hiding, but now, today, as I'm talking to you, all of them are out with their teeth out, armed to the teeth. Their job is to criminalize what we are doing. Their job is to put our Onyendu perpetually in the dungeon of the DSS. Don't be deceived. They don't want our leader to be released. I can tell you that for free. These people does not want our leader to be released. What a word. This brings me to remember what Yeshua says in the Bible. When he says, it's not every man that is shouting, my Lord, will see the kingdom of God. It's not all of them that are shouting, my Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven. I have seen everything in this struggle, and I began to ask myself, do we truly need freedom? Or we are playing around, deceiving ourselves, attracting enmity from all aspects of our lives? Because you must know that each time you rise to ask for freedom, automatically you have made enemy for yourself. You must know that. So if you are not in, you must be out. If you are not in, you must be out. That is what I'm saying. Because as you go on shouting, freedom, freedom for Biafra, and deep inside you, you know you are playing. By so doing, you are attracting enemies into our land to come and ravage our land, to come and impoverish us and put us under their foot. So what shall it profit you to drag us into that? It will profit you nothing. That is why freedom fighting is not for children. Freedom fighting is for matured minds. You must be matured in your mind. You must be matured in your character. You must be matured spiritually for you to say, I want freedom. Our leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU, must have been disappointed hearing what is happening today in this struggle. He might have been disappointed hearing that the DOS has taken the part of the family members to court in South Africa. He will be so disappointed hearing that DOS are sending people all over around the world to torment those who are calling for the freedom of his people. MAZI NNAMDI KANU would have been disappointed to hear that DOS has fallen completely out from what we are doing. In that aspect, in that sense, MAZI NNAMDI KANU were deceived, thinking that he was standing with these people, not knowing that these are household enemies. He dined with them every now and then. He communicated with them his plans in restoring restoring Biafra, not knowing that these people are the same people that are stabbing him from behind. Today they are going around the world causing trouble and problems to those who are seeking, fighting for the restoration of this nation, Biafra, and for the freedom of our MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Oh, I remember those days when former president of Nigeria, in the name of Muhammad Buhari, would travel to London, and all Nigerians will come there to embarrass him. But these people will not be anywhere to be found. They will hide under their bed when men are on the street. But if it were to be their fellow freedom fighters, if it were to be those who are doing everything possible to see that this nation is restored, that our leader is freed, they will travel from all parts of the world to converge in one place, to try to criminalize what the person is doing. Fellow Biafrans, these people thought that our leader will never come out of DSS dungeon. Don't take my word for it. They think that our leader will never come out of the DSS dungeon. I am telling you, that is why they are doing everything possible to destroy what our leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU sweated for years to build. Today, MAZI NNAMDI KANU is in the DSS dungeon. It doesn't concern them. All they tell us from the day he was renditioned back to Nigeria is to become and watch how miracle will happen and our leader will come out. When you bring anything on the table, they will call you a saboteur, they will call you an enemy, and they will start fighting against you. Remember, in South Africa today, people were going to court. Comrades are in court today because they went to UNN building in Pretoria to protest for the release of our leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU. And this will have the audacity to sue them, citing that they convert illegally. Tell me, Biafra, what is illegal in asking for the release of our leader? And they're supposed to support those who have the courage, even to go to the Capitol Hill in the United States of America to protest for the release of our leader. And they're supposed to encourage such people who has the audacity to converge. Why are they taking them to court if they are not enemies to the struggle, the enemies to MAZI NNAMDI KANU? If they want MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released, why wouldn't they encourage more people to come in their numbers to go and protest any way they can for the release of our leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU? Today, in Biafran land, when they want to kill people, they will bring them on the street and call the Nigerian security men to come and shoot them. And Nigerian security men will end up killing them. But when you tell them, let's do the needful, let's sit at home, they will start fighting against you. What is more effective than sitting at home? That is what is called civil disobedience. That is what is called civil disobedience. If sit at home is not important, if sit at home is not effective, if sit at home could not or cannot yield any fruit, MAZI NNAMDI KANU in the first place would not adopt it as a method. But if you go to IPOB Code of Conduct, it was stated clearly that sit at home is part and parcel of our weapons to defeat Nigeria. Sit at home was mentioned in black and white as our own weapon to fight Nigeria. It was mentioned. So why are they fighting it? They say that our people are being humiliated, our people are being killed, our people are being embarrassed, our people are being restricted. Don't mind them. They are the people that is causing confusion in everything that we are doing. They will come on Radio Biafra screaming on top of their voice, telling people to go about their businesses, that there is nothing like sit at home. If you don't want to do something, won't you allow those who have the courage to do it to do it? So if Masop should call for sit at home, you will come out and say today to the Biafrans, don't listen to Masop. There is nothing like sit at home. Why are you blocking every channel to release our leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU? Chinasa Nworu, Chike Dosiem, and all his cohorts has come out to be a stumbling stone to the cause of the restoration of our sovereign state, Biafra. And Chukwuokike Abiama will disappoint them. Chukwuokike Abiama will disappoint them. I am very, very certain about it. Because Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a spirit. When you are doing something evil, you will think that you will not be found out. When it is time, your sins will find you out and disgrace will become yours. So, fellow Biafrans, I want you to know that in freedom fighting, there is nothing like giving too much. There is nothing like I have given enough. No. If you said I'm giving enough, and you quit, and you quitted, the war, everything you have done in the past automatically will become useless. So freedom fighting is a one-way thing. Immediately you are in, you continue moving forward, no going back until you achieve your aim, until freedom is achieved, because that is your aim. I have a video I'll be playing to you tonight about the effectiveness of the sit at home. The only reason why you hear people talk about MAZI NNAMDI KANU, the only reason why it seems that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is still relevant is because Biafrans stand in that position of no going back, no retreat, no surrender until MAZI NNAMDI KANU is being released unconditionally. We are not begging the zoo to have mercy on MAZI NNAMDI KANU, never. Because MAZI NNAMDI KANU committed no offense known to law. Instead, Nigeria committed crimes against his human rights. Nigerian government committed sin. They broke the law of extraordinary rendition. Why is the world not talking about it? Why is Ifeanyi Oba not talking about it? Ifeanyi Oba have the money, the capacity to assemble men to stand against civil disobedience for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. But Ifeanyi Oba does not have the capacity to gather these boys to go and protest and call for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Ifeanyi Oba is the enemy of Biafra. Ifeanyi Oba has made himself the enemy of Biafrans. Ifeanyi Oba is an enemy in our land. Ifeanyi Oba has recruited men, criminals, gave them guns, released them on the streets to go and complicate issues for IPOB and for those who called for sit at home. They think that we are ignorant of the devices of the evil politicians in our land. We are always 100 steps ahead of them. We know that all these videos, they are sharing on social media to incriminate our civil disobedience. We know that it is all falsehood. We know that they are the ones who committed these things, filmed it, sent it to the social media so that the gullible ones will see it and run with it. They think that by doing so, they will stop us from asking Nigerian government to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. You are joking. We shall continue to ask for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. We shall ask for his release until we see him walk out of DSS dungeon a free man. You can go around, kill everybody, film it, and say that it is Biafran people, and say that it is those who ask for sit at home. Go and do it. We are not going to stop. We are willing to exchange everything we have for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. We are giving our resources, we are giving our sweat, we are giving everything that made us human so that our leader will come out of that place because he committed no crime. This is what Ifeanyi Oba should be doing. Ifeanyi Oba should be ashamed of himself that he could not speak for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, but he has the capacity to organize criminals and filter them and litter them all over the street of Biafra, committing all manner of evil atrocities to try to hang it on the neck of IPOB and Biafrans. I pity Chinas and Woru. I pity Chike Doziem. I pity all of them who has been in this struggle but chosen to side the evil ones in our land. You cannot stop us. Our leader's life is paramount. Our leader's life is sacred. We shall do anything that we can do to release our leader. If it means sitting at home for the rest of the month, we shall do it. The only thing that matters to me is that the sit at home is yielding fruits. Sit at home has brought Onyendu to limelight. Even the enemies are beginning to call for his release. If sit at home is not working, you will not see a Fulani man or a Lotana calling for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. You will not see a Westerner calling for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. You will not even see some people from South calling for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. You will not see those elders and foolish elders and criminal politicians calling for his release. The only reason why they still made that statement to release our leader is because Biafrans insisted that they will continue to sit at home as long as MAZI NNAMDI KANU sit in DSS dungeon. MAZI NNAMDI KANU could not go to the market from month to month, from 1 year to another. MAZI NNAMDI KANU cannot go home to his children and his wife. MAZI NNAMDI KANU cannot go to shop and buy whatever he wants to buy. MAZI NNAMDI KANU cannot go and visit his friends and relatives. MAZI NNAMDI KANU does not have freedom of speech as it is right now. But you have every right to wake up in the morning, go about your business, do everything you want to do, see your family, visit your friends, go to the grocery shops, buy things for yourself and for your family, return home, sleep on your comfortable bed, and that now only thing we ask from you is give MAZI NNAMDI KANU a day, and you are complaining. You are telling us that there is nothing to eat. But I remember in 2020, during the COVID-19, you seated at home for 3 good months, you didn't die. The same MAZI NNAMDI KANU that you could not even spare 1 day for without complaining, spent over 50 million naira to try to feed those that he can feed. He brought a whopping 50 million naira, something that your governors didn't do for you. Something that Ifeanyi Ubah, the criminal, could not do for you. Something that your politicians could not do for you. Something that all these people who are telling you to ignore MAZI NNAMDI KANU's call for release and go about your business as if nothing is happening. They could not even spare 1 rand, 1 naira for you. It was same MAZI NNAMDI KANU today who has spared over 50 million naira that he does not have. But your politicians, the little ones that was given to them to share to you, they stock it in their warehouses, lock it up, waiting for an opportunity to use it for their campaign. And you were roasting for complete 3 months at home. Today, 1 week is too much for you to spare for Onyendu MAZI NNAMDI KANU. You are nothing but an ingrate. Biafrans, I don't want to see us as ungrateful people. We should show some concern. We should put ourselves for just a second in the shoes of our leader, Onyendu MAZI NNAMDI KANU. And now only then shall we understand what he is passing through. Fellow Biafrans, I want you to think deeper than this. You can do better than this. You can do better than this. MAZI NNAMDI KANU loves you. He loves you. He wants everything to be well with you. He was not hungry. He was a son of a king. I mean, he's a son of the king, of a king. He rejected his throne just to save you. MAZI NNAMDI KANU were living comfortable in the United Kingdom when he received the call to restore Biafran nation. And he did not go back from that day until today. He continued to fight to see that you are restored, that you are set free from the damnable zoological Republic of Nigeria. And all you could do is to complain, to join those those ignorant people, to join those criminal politicians. All you could do is to join Ifeanyi Ubah to talk down on only one thing that is working, only one thing that is making the governors in Biafra land to cry. Only one thing. Sit at home. If you are wise and intelligent enough, you should find a way to intensify the sit at home. Because when you hold somebody in his scrotum, you hold it tight. If he's trying to free himself, you tighten the grip. When you try to move, you tighten the grip. When you tighten the grip until he will surrender to you. Biafrans who have found out that the sit at home is working. The least we can do is to intensify it. We must do what? Intensify it. Not to go back. Not to say, no, we have been sitting at home for the past 2 years. No. When you do that, the 2 years you sat at home would have been a waste. If you say that you are sitting at home for 2 years is enough, why NNAMDI KANU is still in the dungeon? The 2 years you seated at home has been wasted. It has gone for nothing. The people who you are asking to release our leader, they are not talking. They are not doing anything. You also should not do anything but to stand on your gap, stand where you are standing. Let us stand there until both parties are willing to work together. We should support those calling for sit at home. We should not discriminate against them. You should not discriminate against them. You should support them. You should support them. I know it is difficult. I know it is hard. I know that things are hard. That is what they wanted. They want to make things hard for you so that you don't have the space to ask for your freedom. They want to make things very hard for you so that anytime you remember that you want to be free, your stomach will tell you, I am hungry. You will leave the quest for freedom and start looking for something to eat. That is the reason why they don't want to make things to be free, to be easy for you. So now that you have found out that you have one solution, that you can, one weapon against them, which is sit at home, all you can do is to intensify it. If they refuse to release MAZI unconditionally, you refuse to relax the sit at home. In fact, you will add more days to it. Because any day you sit at home, you are not the only one that is losing. They also are losing in billions. And their own is not just that they are losing both their power, they are losing both their legitimacy, they are losing their territory, they are losing everything. Because the other people will be telling them, but you are supposed to be in control of these people. You are supposed to be the governor. You are supposed to be the senator. You are supposed to be this, supposed to be that. Why can't you control your people? It is a big minus to them. That is the reason why you should tighten the grip. Don't loosen your hand. Hold it tighter. Sit at home is the solution. All we don't want is criminality. But I know that it can never be free without criminality, because our people, some of them will insist to come outside. If you are sitting inside your house, will they come there to molest you? The answer is no. But because you have given yourself as a prey in their hands, that was an opportunity to display their criminality, using you as example. Don't allow them to continue to use you as an example each time sit at home is called on. Always remember that any day you hear sit at home, respect yourself, wait for the time, and then continue what you are doing. Fellow Biafrans, the reason why I am saying what I'm saying this evening is because so many of them said that the sit at home is not working. Since 2 years that we have been sitting at home, I'll tell you something. It is hitting them. They are feeling the heat. They are feeling the heat. I cannot tell you how proud MAZI NNAMDI KANU is. If you can sit at home for him, for his release, don't wait for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to shout from the DS. So MAZI NNAMDI KANU said, no, nobody should sit at home. Don't mind them. MAZI NNAMDI KANU cannot tell you to go and sit at home because he's inside. If he does that, then he is alone. That means his people does not know what to do. That means anything, when the enemy to do anything, they will hang it on his neck. That is all they want. That is why they want MAZI NNAMDI KANU to say, okay, go and sit at home for me. So that they will have evidence when they will go to commit their crime. MAZI NNAMDI KANU is proud of you. In his heart of hearts, he is so proud of you. You are sitting of Biafrans, MAZI NNAMDI KANU will talk about you for the rest of his days on this planet of Earth. Take my word for it. The only thing you can do for him, you cannot shoot gun for him. No, it's not your time. You cannot go on the street to protest for him, because if you do that, the enemies will have the reason to kill you. The enemies will be so happy to massacre you. If you go to their courts, they will keep postponing the case from 2 months to 5 months, to 6 months to 10 months, until you get frustrated. When they are doing all these things, it does not affect them. But when you said, I am going to protest today, those who are riding keke, those who are riding Okada, those who are driving buses, those who, whatever means of transportation that you doing, you park your car or your machine or whatever in your home. Their workers will not be able to go to work. Their offices will be empty. Banks will be closed. They will be losing. You are the reason why they are thriving. Because you are like a slave. If you come out to work, they will eat, because you are working for them. If you stay and say you're not going to work today, they will starve, because they cannot do what you are doing. That is why sit at home is so powerful. Don't mind the way they say it is only Southeast that is feeling the heat. The whole of Nigeria is feeling the heat of sit at home. Because why? Now that sit at home is going on in Biafra land, there will be nothing like business transaction from the northern part of Nigeria, nor from the western part of Nigeria, down to eastern region. They are also suffering the effectiveness of sit at home. Both those in the north, those in the east, because as it is, they cannot move. They cannot go from that side to the other side. And remember, any day that their truck, their Dangote truck did not move from east to the north or from the north to the east, they are losing in millions. Remember that any day banks did not open, the government of Nigeria, the government of state is losing in billions. Any day that their workers did not go to work, they are losing in billions. So don't think that sit at home is just a waste of time. It's beginning to yield fruit. I'm going to prove it to you right now. Listen to the video I am going to play, then you judge for yourself. And when this video finishes talking, I will say something. Because this is not just a message to Nigerian government. It is also a challenge to the so-called Igbo politicians and Igbo elders. So listen.
One major priority area in the Southeast, which I think will cool off a great deal of nerves, is for us to bring out KANU, that gentleman. Pull him out. Stop this incarceration. I know some of his pronouncements or maybe lines of actions and so on were offensive to the Nigerian state, and there was a need maybe to take certain actions. But you see, Nigeria itself is a family. That's my picture of Nigeria. When parts of the family feel offended, as a father, as parents, you sit the gentleman down, you sit the child down, and try to find out what are the problems. How do I help you? You don't like the Christmas shoe we bought for you? Okay, we'll get you a new one. Would that solve the problem? You don't like this meal? Can we fix another meal for you? Can we start talking with KANU? Can we start talking with IPOP? Can we start talking with other groups? I think a conversation with some of these teams would go a long way in addressing the problem. We mustn't at all times apply the stick. Bring in some carrot at times. And let's see a carrot and stick diplomacy at play. Okay? We can do that. And I think if we do that, the Southeast, the situation in the Southeast will be highly doused, frankly speaking. All right? Further incarceration only make him more and more relevant, only heightened the heroship over him. He is a hero now, whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero.
Right.
We have made him a hero in the Southeast. If he comes out now, he's wise. He can contest for governorship in any of the states. Nobody will be asking whether he's from that state in the Southeast.
Do you hear that? That man is not from the East. It is very, very clear. You don't need sunglasses, eyeglasses to see that he is not from the East. That man is a northerner. That man is a northerner. Remember, he called NNAMDI KANU a gentleman. Obviously, all of them, both those who incarcerate him, those who are crucifying him, all of them know that NNAMDI KANU is a pure gentleman. They know. They know that NNAMDI KANU is only saying the truth. They know that NNAMDI KANU is not a violent one. They know that NNAMDI KANU is a pure Democrat. They know that NNAMDI KANU is a man without flaws in his heart. He doesn't have an enemy. NNAMDI KANU does not have any kind of discrimination in him. He accepts both the Fulanis, he accepts both the Hausas, he accepts both the Yorubas, he accepts everybody, and he only asks for them to be treated as a human being. So this man made a very, very good gesture when he says he is a gentleman. Indeed, we know he is a gentleman. He then called for Nigerian government, the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, to pull NNAMDI KANU out of the DSS dungeon. He called on Tinubu and his terrorist government to release NNAMDI KANU. he said to Tinubu, discontinue the incarceration. Stop incarcerating our leader. Stop the incarceration. It is enough. Stop it now. Stop the incarceration of NNAMDI KANU. This is what this man from the north is saying. This man from the north said Nigerian government and its leaders should discontinue the incarceration, that they should release NNAMDI KANU, that they should release the gentleman who did nothing, only that he is speaking for his own people. Now, that man is from the north. Now, remember, he said, if you want to douse the tension, if you want to douse the tension in the southeast, if you want what is going on in southeast today to stop, the only solution is to release MAZI KANU. He is a northerner. He said it, I didn't say it. He said it, I didn't say it. If all of us were folding our hands, if all of us were following Chinas and Woru, all you want us to do is come on Radio Biafra, gossip, and go back to home and sleep. If we all are following the directive of Chinas and Woru, not protesting, not sitting at home, this man will not come on Rise TV to call for the release of NNAMDI KANU. He will not say, if you want the tension, if you want to douse the tension, release NNAMDI KANU. It is the only tension we have in the east is sit at home. That is the only thing. We are not killing people. We are not disturbing anybody. The only thing that Biafrans are doing now, this man is referring to, is sit at home. Then, the same sit at home that is working is what somebody who claims to be fighting for the release of our leader is telling you to ignore it, disregard it, discontinue it, go about your business, go and do your things. MAZI KANU will come out. He will come out by providence. He will come out by miracle. Don't worry, just go. We are waiting for Supreme Court to rule. We are waiting for Supreme Court to release our leader. Don't listen to those who have soiled their hands. Don't listen to those who only their job is to cause confusion. Don't listen to those who have decided to be on the side of the enemies. Now, what you just heard is from the north, a northerner calling for the release of NNAMDI KANU. What are the Easterners doing? The Easterners, let me use their creation, the Southeast politicians. What are their jobs? What are they doing? Have they spoken? Yes, they have spoken. Do you want to hear what they have said? If you are interested, I'm going to show you what they are saying about our leaders' release. I'm going to show you what they are saying and what they want Biafrans to do. I'm going to show you their activities, and you are going to judge for yourself if they are for or against us. If they are for us or against us. Fellow Biafrans, I want you to listen to what one of the people, so-called Igbo politicians.
going 2 years now, for good 2 years, we have observed every Monday as sit at home. But we have cooperated in the spirit of observing every Monday for sit at home. We have also found out that we are losing our economic base, and most importantly, we are losing jobs and business opportunities. As a representative of the good people of Anambra South, NNAMDI not being the political capital of Anambra South, we deem it fit to say we will not continue to have sit at home on Mondays. Yes. From this Monday, every business venture in NNAMDI will be open for business. Yes. We have our men, we have our system. We know saboteurs will try to come to sabotage what we are doing, but we are resolute to fight any aggression that will come into this town. Yes. Our last statement, to be precise, I've heard from, what's that his name? Simon or one Simon that hailed from the beginning. This is a warning to Simon. For 17 good times, you have mentioned the time over, and I did not reply you. You have been seeking for my attention 17 good times, and I'm replying you today. I've never ever mentioned Ifeanyoba or NNAMDI again. You have your parents in the body there. Your state is ABC state. And you have never ever one day mentioned their state in body. If we don't observe it at home, you are in Finland contesting for councillorship or whatever. You go to your job on Mondays, but you want to ridicule us, you want to deprive people because you have communication gadgets, you have internet to run propaganda. I am elected officer of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I represent the people of Anambra South. Yes. To you, Simon Eva, and your controllers, for any one of you to mention sit at home again, you will start chanting this at home. You will start preaching sit at home from the April before you continue to mention Anambra State and NNAMDI. You are seeing NNAMDI and Anambra State as a drain pipe for your enterprise, for your dubious enterprise. I am telling you, Simon Eva, be careful. Be careful. Be careful. I won't say more than this. You have mentioned me 17 times, and I'm only replying you once. Try me, you will see. Go and then observe it at home in the room. And then also your father, your family, go and observe it at home in their village. And this other house in Anambra alone.
The new assembly will resolve to give it a very serious push. I've started that push by having a meeting with the family of NNAMDI some few days ago. I'm in contact with the lawyers. We have been talking in the last 1 week. So what our resolve is that we are going to give it a new dimension of legislation and also push. But for us, for 2 years now, we've been observing sit at home, and we don't really appreciate the economic value or downturn the sit at home has brought hardship to our people instead of fortune. So for me and my people, we will not continue with the sit at home. we must go about our businesses on every Monday.
Welcome back. You see, if you listen very, very well to Ifeanyi Ubah, the criminal senator who does not know his job as a senator, if you listen very well, you will understand that Ifeanyi Ubah only want to introduce method of division in our midst. Hence, he is mentioning Ebonyi State. Go to Ebonyi State and do the sit at home. Ebonyi State people did not sit at home. It's only Anambra people. And know with this, know with that. If I know, but listen and listen attentively, you will not succeed. Our leader Onyen Dumas NNAMDI has joined all Biafrans together. We don't see Ebonyi, we don't see Anambra, we don't see Abia, we don't see other states. What we see is Biafra. We all Biafrans, we are all Biafrans, we are all IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. That game you are trying to introduce in this struggle is way, long time ago, we have destroyed it. There is nothing like go to, okay, if MAZI KANU comes out tomorrow, we tell him to go to Abia State. You find out you have lost it. You have lost it, and you lost it completely. You lost it completely. There is nothing like go to Ebonyi State, go to Anambra State, go to other states. There is nothing like that. If you cannot divide Biafrans. That time when you people will come and divide us, he is from Ebonyi, he is from Abia, he is from Anambra, he is from this. Anambra people is the only people that can do this thing. No other state can do it. That was there. You cannot divide us. MAZI KANU is not from Anambra State. So what you are saying is MAZI KANU should go to Abia State and do Biafra. You are insane by saying that. You are not thinking straight. It is a man like you who was bold, who is bold enough to sit in Arise television calling for the release of MAZI KANU, and you cannot have you don't have that boss to make that pronouncement. You are scared to tell Fulanis to release MAZI KANU because you are corrupt. You know that immediately you made the comment, you are going to, the next minute you will be in jail. You are a corrupt politician. Ifeanyi Ubah did not mention that MAZI KANU was discharged by the Court of Appeal. Ifeanyi Ubah did not tell the pressmen this. He did not remind the pressmen that MAZI KANU is illegally being detained as it is right now. He did not tell them that MAZI KANU does not have any charges upon him. Why are they still keeping him? Ifeanyi Ubah is scared to do that. But he is so quick to remind Biafrans that for the past 2 years, they have been sitting at home. Ifeanyi Ubah, let me ask you. They didn't just start sitting at home. There was reason why Biafrans went into started sitting at home. What you are not telling us is, have they achieved that aim? Have Biafrans achieved the aim of sitting at home? The reason why they went into that road in the first place, have they achieved it? Ifeanyi Ubah, you are telling us to stop sit at home, Monday sit at home. You are telling us to go about our business as if you care. How many Biafrans did you remember? People from NNAMDI during the lockdown when they were 3 months inside. Ifeanyi Ubah, tell us. How many people did you reach out to? How many people in NNAMDI? How many villages in NNAMDI? Because I can see that you think for them more than any other person. You have their interests at heart more than any other person. Now, I'm asking Ifeanyi Oba to tell us, how many families did you infect during the COVID-19 period when they were sitting at home for 3 months? How many people in Nnewi? How many people in Nnewi? How many families? But the same NNAMDI KANU, no region, no part of Biafra land did not receive palliative, no matter how small it is, from MAZI NNAMDI KANU and IPOB. The same MAZI NNAMDI KANU, you are coming here to yap, to tell us, why are you sitting at home? Why are you sitting at home? You are telling us now you are going to push. Ifeanyi Oba, for the past 2 years, who stopped you from pushing? What stopped you from pushing? Oh, because now the sit at home is working. Suddenly you want to push. All the obvious, as you are pushing, we are sitting at home. So that as you are pushing in Abuja, we are sitting at home in the east, so that you will have something to hold. You will have something on the table that will make the zoo to see reason with you why they should release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Because if you succeeded in relaxing it at home, if you have succeeded because you failed already, we know you will fail. You yourself, you know you failed. You only came to try your luck. So many people have tried the luck. Go and ask Soludo. Is Soludo still talking today? Soludo came on seat. The only thing he had in mind was to stop sitting at home. Ask Soludo how far now. Did Soludo succeed? Soludo did not succeed. In fact, Soludo is, when he see that he could not succeed, he even started asking the Nigerian government to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. He wrote them open public letter asking the former president, dead Buhari, to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Soludo did it in several occasions. Ifeanyi Oba, we are asking you now, as a senator representing Anambra East, Anambra North, whatever, how many times have you gathered pressmen the same way you gather them now? Assemble criminals in the name of security men or whatever you are calling them. People tomorrow now, they will go and start kidnapping people, hanging it on IPOB. The same guns you gave to them now, it will be hard for you to retrieve it back from them. Now they will use it to criminality. And they will turn around to say it's those who are observing it at home. Ifeanyi Oba, you say you are going to push. Go and push. We welcome you. It's a very welcome idea. Very, very good one. Go and push. As you are pushing that side, we are pushing this side. So that the thing will not be left for you alone. So that the job will be easy for you to do. You came out to make a very useless statement that we will not continue to sit at home every Monday. Ifeanyi Oba, we will continue to sit at home every Monday until MAZI NNAMDI KANU is released, until Nigerian government, Tinubu, listen to the voice of reasoning, until they obey their own court order, until the Nigerian government, led by Tinubu, will listen to the voice of men who are calling for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Anything less than that, you are wasting your time, Ifeanyi Oba. You are wasting your time. The time has come for us to take the bulls by the horn. The time has come for us to stand as men, to stand bravely against or before our enemies. Time has passed when we run away from the face of our enemies. We have come of age. We have gone far and wide all over the world to see that freedom is the best thing, the best gift from the Creator. So if I'm about my candid advice, leave IPOB alone. Those men you are working with, Chinas and Woru, Chike, those people you are in contact with, they cannot do anything. They cannot help you. Instead, they will worsen in the situation. I am telling you the truth. Chinas and Woru cannot help you. Don't mind him. Leave that thing that he's shouting on Radio Biafra. When he's screaming, you think Chinas and Woru does not have anybody on ground. Chinas and Woru could not get any information from Biafra land without paying for it. I'm telling you the truth. If Chinas and Woru want information, need information from Biafra land, he call and he will pay. And before they give him, he don't have anybody on ground. Don't be deceived by his shenanigans. Chinas and Woru is a faceless freedom fighter. You cannot fight for freedom hiding. Nobody knows who you are. Are you for real? Chinas and Woru is deceiving you, misleading you. Chike is deceiving you, misleading you. All they want you to do is to keep paying them. They will promising you every Monday that they are going to stop this at home. They will promising you something that they cannot do. I know that all of you are in this game together, but let me tell you something. Save your money. Stop paying this man. They don't have anybody on ground. You can pay for information they are getting, and it will be given to you the same way it is being given to us. Because saboteurs filtered, they littered our land. Those who are willing to sell the struggle. Stop giving Chinas and Woru money. We know that you people are singing the same anthem. The only problem you people have is how to discontinue it at home. You cannot do it. You cannot stop what you don't know how it started. Sit at home is contagious. It is very, very contagious, highly contagious. Sit at home spread like a wildfire. So, MAZI NNAMDI KANU is sitting in the DSS dungeon after the Nigerian Court of Appeal and Federal High Court in Aba released him and instructed Nigeria to cease from everything they are doing against this man. And Nigerian government refused bluntly. And all you can do is come and tell us to discontinue the only weapon we have, which is sit at home. Let me tell you something. Go and recruit more criminals. Go and do more videos. Go and beat more children. Go and do everything you are doing in order to frame up those who call for sit at home. You are doing it so you can frame those you can frame up someone who call for sit at home. Okwu na-eje wam. Anya na-eje piam na afia. We know your idea, the angles you people are coming from. Which is cry at night, tired dying in the morning. We know. We understood the game. Where were all these men you recruited during all these things, when all these things are happening? They were nowhere to be found. All the police, army, you littered all over Biafran land. Where are they when all these things are happening? Or these men are invincible, or rather invisible. They can't be seen. If I over, people should leave wickedness, criminality, leave deceit alone. MAZI NNAMDI KANU did not do anything against you. Only thing that MAZI NNAMDI KANU did against you is that he is asking that things should be done the right way. And Ifeanyi Ubah, amongst every other person in this world, the only enemy you have is MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. The only person you want dead, his life terminated, is MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. You will not succeed. Listen to people who know the value of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu.
What's your take concerning the position by the legal counsel to NNAMDI, MAZI Kanu?
Well, Ejimako is one person that I have maximum respect for as per his doggedness. I did indicate to you that I've been a victim of injustice. And when I see one, even from a safe or far distance, I can recognize it. And I can tell you straight. I'm an Ogoni by ethnic extraction. You know the story of Kensal Nwiwa. And I don't want to dabble into those who are behind the hanging of that man. I thank God because I can clearly, there's this thing I call beyond jurisprudence. Beyond the fanciful and cosmetic argument about the law, there is a superior law. There was an article that I read by one English professor. He said, every lawyer of experience knows that in any case, there is the plaintiff's truth, there is the defendant's truth, there is the witness truth, there is the judge's truth, and there is another truth which is only known to God. I used to call that the fifth truth. Now, I thank God for the courage that God gave to MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to stand firm. Nigerians will recognize, I don't know how long he's going to live when he finally is released, when he has fulfilled his purpose. Because I've come to realize, I'm a lawyer. I'm a notary public of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. I'm also a creative storyteller. I believe very strongly that there is a particular purpose, core purpose, for why each of us is on this side of eternity. It gives me joy. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is a driver of my spirit past discovering and standing by. If you know about the story of MAZI Nnamdi, who he was, professionally speaking, he's not a beggar. For him to come down, people will know that guy is going to be somebody that is going to be researched upon. Mark my word, just place it somewhere. It will happen in my lifetime. There are a lot of people, you know, when evil continue, it will continue to a level that almost everybody will now lose faith. And then let's give in and take it. That's why I'm very inspired by the spirit of somebody like Peter Obi. Whenever I see him, I see a sign of a new Nigeria that is coming up. You know, most people don't understand what we mean by extraordinary rendition. Nigeria brought itself to a pariah status globally and on the table of civilization by that singular act of collaborating with Kenya, right? Of collaborating with Kenya to extraordinary rendering MAZI Nnamdi Kanu back to this country. As a lawyer, I can tell you for free. See how the Federal High Court was being manipulatively destroyed by the power that be. And the Attorney General is behind it. He is behind it. And I don't want to make certain comment about him. Because in the light of the second matter we handle, which is the issue of Ekuremadu, that matter reinforced in me that there is a power that is beyond the ordinary law. And I'm determined to invoke it against those who don't mean well for us. Do you understand it? So when you talk about rule of law touching this MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, I think she really pointed, drew me back. I think she knew this topic was going to come up. When I kind of digress, I wanted to talk about it. When it comes to rule of law, which I say the foundation is that it does not respect anybody, irrespective of your position. You don't choose what to obey. Because doing that is inviting anarchy. Because there's a way law works. Law is like two-edged sword. It may be pleasing you now, but behind the door, this closed door you are seeing, behind it, as we get there, this thing will turn.
Welcome back, Biafrans. Listen to this man carefully. This man speaking is from Ogoni. Does that ring bell? He's a Biafra. He's a Biafra land. He's a Biafran. Did you see what he said? But I want to tell him that Peter Obi is talking or has the power, the spirit to come out because of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, the job that MAZI NNAMDI KANU did. Remember that before now, it's the only vice president Indy will always come out for. See, Peter Obi has that drive because MAZI NNAMDI KANU has given him morale. But I don't see Peter Obi doing anything, even if he's given the opportunity to govern the zoo today. I'm among those who believe that Peter Obi cannot do better than any other person because the platform given to him is going to limit him. So, I believe that MAZI NNAMDI KANU, there is no better like him. This man is correct. He's on point. He's on point. He is on point. We need more people like this to speak. We need more people like this man to speak from their hearts, calling for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. If you know how you want to do it, do it. That's all. All we need is MAZI NNAMDI KANU release. We don't care how you do it. So, you two should not care how other people do it. Do your own. Call for the release of innocent man. Call for the release of a gentleman in the person of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Why I call for his release my way, which is what I'm doing now in this channel, in this page. I am calling for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I am asking President Tinubu to do the right thing. We are not begging you to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. We are not asking you for a favor. No. You are not doing us a favor. No. Far from it. God forbid. We are not asking Nigerian government to do us any favor. We are not asking the Attorney General to do us any favor. We are not asking President Tinubu to do us any favor. At all. Far from it. God forbid. All we ask Tinubu to do is to obey the rule of law. All we ask Tinubu to do is to obey Nigerian constitution. All we ask Tinubu to do is to obey court order. All we ask Tinubu to do is not to inherit enemy that he did not make for himself. Buhari made an enemy for himself. He left it and ran away. Now, Tinubu, you want to continue. Are you going to be able to accommodate the distraction that is building up? Are you going to be able to accommodate the pressure that is building up? The right thing you do is to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Do the right thing. Don't do us a favor. Don't have mercy. No, we are not asking you for mercy. It's only those who are on the wrong that we say, please have mercy on me. When you are on your own right, you don't ask for mercy. If anybody needs mercy, it's Tinubu, it's Nigeria that need mercy. So, Tinubu, President Tinubu, with all due respect, please, all I'm asking you to do is to obey the rule of law. Just obey it. It's okay. Obey it. If you obey it, the seat at home will cease automatically. Nobody will talk about it at home again. If you obey the rule of law, all the problem would have solved itself naturally, just by single act of doing the right thing, the problems will be solved. Everybody will go back to their places of abode. President Tinubu, don't listen to Ifeanyi Uba. Ifeanyi Uba is a deceiver. Ifeanyi Uba is a criminal. Ifeanyi Uba is wicked. Ifeanyi Uba is the enemy of his people. Ifeanyi Uba is nothing less than an outcast. Don't listen to him. Listen to the voice of reasoning. I call to you today to release NNAMDI KANU so that NNAMDI KANU will be free to exercise his human rights. Thank you, Mr. President. That is all I have to do. I will keep doing this until you do the right thing. Now, for those who are still condemning, we are still on sit at home, and this program today centers on the release of NNAMDI KANU and sit at home. Because a lot of fuse, a lot of noise is going on, are going up. They don't learn. They don't learn at all. They forgot that we are Azwanoka. We need our leader to be released. That is the only thing we want to hear. Cry from now till tomorrow. It's not going into our ears. The only thing we will hear is the voice of our leader, and he's released. And every problem we solve naturally. Now, Biafrans, a Biafran was also talking. Let's hear what this Biafran has to say about it.
Na abịara m ka njiri nwa agbachi nkịtị maka na onye mara nwa mara na ya marago ndị ichie ihe anyị na-eme bụ ihe mmụọ onye anyị na-achụrụ aja bụ onye mmụọ chekwe ka ngwa unu nke bụ eziokwu unu na ihe na-eme n'obodo a kịta ọ bụrụ na ibe lida na-achị ọchịchị n'obodo a ma ị bụ gọvanọ ma ị bụ sinetọ ma ị bụ House of Reps ma ị bụ House of Assembly no were ire gị kịta gụọ eze gị ọnụ maka mgbe obere oge m ga-asị gị na m gwara gị agwa adị m ekwukwu ihe ma ọ na-abụ nkwụcha omume ebu m ụzọ sunu na oge ga-abịakwa mgbe anyị ga na-agba ọsọ na m ga na-agba ị na-agba na m egogogwo kanvas m ji agba ọsọ chekwerenụ ka m gwa unu nke bụ eziokwu nwa amadi a na-ekwu maka ya bụ NNAMDI KANU na-egekwe m ntị nwa amadi a na-ekwu maka ya bụ NNAMDI KANU onye ọbụla bụ onye Igbo kwesịrị ikwuwe okwu maka nwanne ya nwoke a ọ bụrụ na gị nwa na onwe gị nọ na gọọmenti ị chọrọ ikwu okwu maka NNAMDI KANU mgbe ị ga-ekwu ya ihe ekwu karịa mụnwa na-ekwu ya ihe aka m wee kwu ya and ị na-ekwuzi ya too much maka hit ga na-eme gị n'ahụ ikwere ekwechitere gị maka na ndị na-achị sizi na nọ NNAMDI KANU bụ ma mụnwa sokwu wee kwuzie dọnwa bụzi onye a na-ege ntị na Igbo isi na-achị kedu mbọsị mmadụ mechere gị afịa onwego mbọsị mmadụ mere gị sit at home na-ekwe n'anya weda echejigo were ire gị gụọ eze gị ọnụ ka ị join ya ụgbọ na-aga aga maka mgbe ọ ga-ese eti m ga-asịkwa gị na m gwara gị agwa maka na unu efeligo anyị ọ bụrụ eziokwu ka unu na-agwa anyị unu megide ruo na palliative wee bụrụ ihe palliative wee jezuo ụmụ ogbenye wee na-ata afụfụ unu asị anyị na unu bụ agba lida anyị afọrọkwa ihe unu na-elide anyị ihe nji agwara unu ya bụ na iwe wegokwa ndị mmadụ obere oge kịta unu erelize nwoke a maka ama m na unu nwa ji ya onwerekwa onye ji ya na-abụrụ unu abụ ndị ahụ si na unu bụ ndị isi anyị ndị ọchịchị anyị bi eji ya relizie enyi ya kịta ọ ka dị n'ụkwụ bikos ọ bụ na ọ bụrụ NNAMDI KANU unu ama na-ekwute na unu ga-eje presidential ọ maka mkpọtụ ọ na-eme n'ihe niile ọ na-eme mere eji wee kwuwe ka ndị Igbo wee nwee ike wee zọọ president maka ihe unu na-azọbụsị isi bụ vice president ọ bụrụ asị unu gwa m vice president ka unu na-azọ mana ọ maka NNAMDI KANU a ka eji kwuwe ka enye onye Igbo president kedu ihe bụ na ime eji ije maka nwanne gị nwoke wee jee ka ọ pụta onye menwuru gị wee bata na sistem wee soro n'ihe a na-eme ị ka na-akọrịa rie a ga-eri gị n'ahụ ndewo
You listen to that comrade Biafran speaking. That is the true son of the soil. That man speaking is a Biafran. When we hear our own, we know. If anybody did hear the pertinent question, he asks you, where is the palliative given to you during the time of COVID? How many people did you share the palliative Ifeanyi Uba. Ifeanyi Uba, when he said you are the people deceiving us, Ifeanyi Uba, you are part of those who you are at the forefront of those deceiving the people. You are deceiving the people in the sense that you are not telling us the truth. You are not telling us what you are doing to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. During the time of Anambra election, we saw your roads. You were all over the court. You were all over the places, pretending, but we saw you. Ifeanyi Uba, nwata bụ nna ya ụzọ mụta diọkpara. We saw you. We knew that you are not for real. That is why it was impossible for you to visit Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even when you tried to do that. We knew you wanted to use Onyendu, Nnamdi Kanu as a leverage to get to the Anambra state governor. But immediately you failed, Ifeanyi Uba. From that day, after the election, till this one you came out the other day, you have never spoken about Onyendu's release anymore. You ran away. You have appeared again. But this time, you are on the other side. The first time you appeared, you pretended to be on our side, on the side of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, the second coming, you have identified with our oppressors, which you are one of them anyway. Leave IPOB alone. There is a duty, there is a reason why you were voted to become a senator in the first place. Use that your office as a senator in Nigeria, your dear country, and ask your government to do the right thing. Not to do you a favor, but to do the right thing. Just do that. Ask your government, my dear country that I love so much, can you people do the right thing and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because there is no case against him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as it is now, is a prisoner of conscience. He's a political prisoner. So therefore, call Nigerian government to release him. Yes. Call Nigerian government to release him because he has no case against him. He is just, okay. There was a news going on this evening about Abba Kyari's bail being granted to Abba Kyari. This is what Fulanis do. You see? Fulanis know how to go for their own. Fulanis know how to protect their own. Remember that the same Abba Kyari, US government wanted him extradited. They came to Nigeria. Nigerian court refused bluntly. They refused, citing that he has a case to answer in Nigeria. Today, Abba Kyari has been granted bail because Shetima, his fellow terrorists, his boss, is the second man in Nigeria today. Immediately, as I'm talking to you now, Abba Kyari is on his way to his house. His house. A drug cartel. Somebody who is running drug cartel. Someone who is into fraud, who has supported fraudsters to dupe foreigners of their hard-earned money. That is the same person Nigerian government has given bail, has released to walk free on the state of Nigeria again. Maybe tomorrow you hear that his position has been restored back to him. It will happen. Mark this word I said. Tomorrow his rank will be restored. He will come back to service. Mark this word I'm saying now. But Ifeanyi Uba cannot go and seek for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. No politician in the Eastern region, none exceptional. I don't want to say anybody. All of them, no one is serious talking about the release of MAZI and KANU. Not one. Does it mean we don't have politicians? Their fellow politicians are doing miracle, doing magic. But these people are wicked to themselves. They want everybody to die in Biafran land. They want everybody to be under their shoe, licking their feet. But Chukwuka Abiyama is the one who called MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Not anybody. And the same Chukwuka Abiyama, we see that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is set free. Do you understand? I'm telling you, it's not by, I am not flipping. I am not just talking. Chukwuka Abiyama will use MAZI NNAMDI KANU to show zoo sample. The case of Pharaoh will be a child's play to what Chukwuka Abiyama is going to do to the zoo. How much is Naira today? How much? Compare it with the time MAZI NNAMDI KANU was arrested. Was kidnapped and rendition. It's going to be getting worse and worse for them. Chukwuka Abiyama is going to destabilize Nigeria for the singular act of kidnapping MAZI NNAMDI KANU, prophet of Chukwuka Abiyama. Fellow Biafrans, anywhere you are, if there's anything you know how to do it, do it for the release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU and for the return of Biafra. If you cannot do anything and someone else is doing what you cannot do, encourage that person. Do not condemn that person. You are like a petrol to him. When you support him, you have more courage to run, to do more. Makandi was neto dike na nke eme, omekwa ọzọ. Don't join those ignorant with those criminals in the cabals, in the DOS cabal. Don't join them. Those who have hijacked DOS, if you ask them, they will say DOS is talking. Is DOS 3 people? Are they only 3? They have hijacked DOS. Ask yourself, why is Chinasa Nworu coming to Radio Biafra to yap all the time? Where is his other DOS members? Is Chinasa Nworu supposed to be coming to Radio Biafra to address administrative works? That should be the job of MAZI Chikedozie. Chinasa Nworu, as they said, is only a security person. So if there's anything about security, he should talk about it. Not coming to tell Biafrans what to do, how to do it. Do you understand? Chinasa Nworu and Chikedozie hijacked the DOS. And today, 2 of them are making decisions for the rest of DOS. And they will tell us to obey DOS. DOS are wise. DOS Kaigeso. Those people that are singing DOS Kaigeso, DOS are wise. Ask those people now, come, tell us, what has DOS done since MAZI NNAMDI KANU was kidnapped? Or is kidnapped? They will tell you that DOS is underground. Underground, doing what? How will we? Is DOS now a we that lives underground? So, fellow Biafrans, I want you to always do the right thing at all times. Remember that IPOB has code of conduct. Anybody that is not following the IPOB code of conduct and obeying it to the letter is an enemy of this struggle. Don't be deceived. Do not be confused by that. The only way you shall know them is by their disobedience to IPOB Code of Conduct and only do MAZI and the KANU. Ask them, when was the last time they took order from they carried out order from only do MAZI and the KANU? Ask these people. Ask them, the DOS are wise. When was the last time your so-called DOS carried out order given by our leader, the supreme leader of this struggle? Ask them, and they will open their mouth, and they will give you instances. The reason why DOS should not obey and carry out the order of our leader. That is impunity in the highest order. You should condemn it. Don't join those who does not want to use their number 6. Don't join them. Don't join those who said, we are going to follow them. Don't. You are destroying things. You are making things hard for us. You are making things for Biafrans. You are making things for MAZI and the KANU hard for MAZI and the KANU. You are making things hard for the freedom of our people. The right things must be done at all times. We must be disciplined. We must be disciplined in our works, in our decisions, in our attitude, in everything that we are doing in this struggle. Discipline must be like a mantle for us. So don't listen to them when they tell you, yes, if they're not doing it well, let's continue to follow them. It's when MAZI KANU comes out, he will uphold result. But MAZI KANU says, you shall not kill, and you are killing. Somebody who is watching you killing, when you want to question him or say no. MAZI KANU said, you must obey me. But MAZI KANU said, I don't want you to kill anybody. Don't kill. And you are killing. Somebody who is following you is telling you, okay, yeah, keep killing. I'm going to be obeying you until MAZI come out. He will not judge. MAZI KANU has judged and kept it down. That is why there is code of conduct. Code of conduct is like a compass in this struggle. If you put it off, you will miss the way. The only time you will get things right in IPOB in this struggle is when you use our code of conduct as a compass. It will lead you to the direction that you should go. That is it. Chikedozem discarded it. Chinas and Woru discarded it. All of them in the cabas discarded IPOB code of conduct. That is why they are doing everything possible today to see that IPOB is grounded. They want to shut our mouths. They don't want us to talk. If you talk, they will call you autopilot. Well, nobody is afraid to be called autopilot. After all, are you doing better than the autopilot? You are doing nothing, but you can see what autopilot are doing. What are you doing? Now, fellow Biafrans, before I run off this program this evening, there is a video I came across on social media, and I don't understand. I don't know when we have gone to this low. We have gone this low. I don't know. I don't know. Things are happening. If you are blind, I pity you. If anytime, remember, they have protested against MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I mean, the so-called one Nigerians. They have petitioned the authorities of the world against MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Remember it. Don't forget it. They have called for the arrest for Interpol to arrest. In fact, they have put what's it called? They have put money. So they have mapped out some amount of money and placed it as a ransom, yeah. Or is it a ransom? No. On top of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. That anybody who can catch MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, they are going to give him so amount of money. Remember these things. Don't forget it. Today, those who are in Biafran struggle, and in fact, they left America, they left Canada, they left Europe to go to Finland to protest against Simon Ekpa. They didn't leave. Listen, since MAZI Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, it was only the women then who called for protest in London, where all part of the world, all the women part of the world came together to protest. These people, Tina Sanworu, Chike Doziem, they have never called IPOB all over the world to come to a place where they can protest for the release of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. But today, it will interest you to know that people flew all the way from Canada to Finland just to go and call for Simon Ekpa's demise. They spent thousands of euros and dollars just to go to Finland, not to call for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu's release. They have never gone to Finland parliament or anywhere in Finland to protest. In fact, their own people in Finland, the DOSRYs in Finland, have never converged anywhere in Finland to protest for the release of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. But listen, it will interest you to know that among all the pressing issues in Biafra, all the crimes, all the abominations, all the wickedness, all the punishment being meted on our leader, they did not have money to go to America or Europe to protest for the release of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. But they have money, time to go to Finland to go and protest. This is what we are talking about. This is what we are talking about. These are the same people who celebrated when they received the news that Simon Ekpa was summoned by the police. They were celebrating. They thought they have succeeded then. They celebrated more than one Nigerianist. But my people, I don't know where they belong. I don't know if they are for Nigeria or for Biafra. These people are worse than animals. I don't know where to classify these people. Now, without talking too much, I want you to listen to and view this. This is what they are saying in this video. So you know that I'm not talking, I'm not joking.
So be ready to see us live in Finland. We have to stop. It's only one IPO in the whole world.
Yes, we are here, Canada, IPOB, the Quebec coordinator and the national coordinator of Canada, Shikoling Sanchifeme. We are going to Finland to tell the whole world that Simon Ekpa is a fraudster. He doesn't know anything about the IPOB. We have only one IPOB in the whole world, indivisible. And that is why we are going to tell the whole world.
And Biafra must be free.
Nnamdi Kanu must be unconditionally released, free, because there's no.
You listen to him? That is the criminal national coordinator from Canada and his deputy or whatever. I don't know if it's the national coordinator of Canada. That is the one who is calling Simon Ekpa a fraudster. The reason why he left Canada and flew to Finland is to come and call Simon Ekpa a fraudster. And on top of where he's calling Simon Ekpa a fraudster, he is telling you that MAZI Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Now you ask him, what did Simon Ekpa do that you are calling him a fraudster? Because he is asking for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And the same MAZI Nnamdi Kanu you are pretending to us that you also asking for his release. You left Canada to come and call someone a criminal, fraudster in Finland. Are you not a moron? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not ashamed of yourself? You should be ashamed of yourself. That all you left Canada is to come to Finland to call someone a fraudster. And at the same time, asking for the list of MAZI and KANU. From whom? How many messages do you want to pass at a time? You left Canada to come and call someone a fraudster. At the same time, you are telling the world to I don't know who you are telling, the Nigerian government to release MAZI and KANU. The same release MAZI and KANU is what someone is doing that made you to call him a fraudster. Why are you a moron? You don't have thinking for quality. That Canadian national coordinator, anyway, he's not a national coordinator. He was a criminal national coordinator. Who gave him a national coordinator? He is the Capas in the US. Now I have another video. The same group, the same people. Let's watch this.
Yes, I can't. Yes, I know now. Helsinki Airport now. Helsinki Airport. Yes, this is, you can see men. Men is here. I know now. Helsinki Airport. Yes, you can see them. So, Makechi, Enim, Simon Eba. I know Beggy. Yeah, Beggy Kaino. So, Kaimo issue, Ecuador. You're trying to Kamala issue, Ecuador. You need line, a Buddha in the bio, question. Because I'm now, how many years you know, but then we're being hit at the bag. So, give an opportunity in the bay. Here, our airport again. You can see it. Our airport again in here. See, here, our airport again. So, keep on killing our people, but we are coming for you. We are coming. It's a matter of time. We know that you are not coming back again. You are not coming back, but just keep on killing our people. Maybe there was human sympathy because you think that you are not coming back home again. You think that you are not coming back home. Look at our airport. You go home. About the Finnish air there. Okay, what we go on there? Okay, you got here. We are airport again. No, is it one? Okay, Is it tunnel? So here our airport again. Here we are airport. Finland, the guy now gonna walk with here. More here. Finland, the guy now gonna have Finland. The guy is a man. No wonder how that support the guy because so when they need people. I need to do shit like a gun. No, but that. I am had you not protect the guy. When in fact, I'm a different European Union now. Happy, but Osnani must say to Finland. Somebody, we are coming. I'm going to keep on updating you people. I will keep on updating you people much and they will.
You see what I'm talking about. They have time for frivolities. They have time to chase shadows. They have time to travel all the way from their respective countries into Finland to come and call someone a criminal. But they don't have money to fly from their respective countries to go and protest for the release of MAZI and KANU. I don't want to say much about this. I play the video so that Biafrans will see it and judge for themselves. I play this video for a record purpose because this video will remain here forever. For the Biafran people to always remember those who played and made caricature of our struggle. To have them on record. The same way they come as a kind of criminal by one Nigerian. The same way they come as a kind of fraudsters. The same way they did everything possible to see that they brought Mazen Kanu down is what they are doing today to Simon Ekpa. Everything you are doing, as long as that thing is for the interest of Biafran restoration and for the release of Mazen Kanu, these morons, these people will be against it. But Chukwu Abiyama is watching. Let's see how far they can go. Let's see how far they can go in killing Simon Ekpa. Because I think this is the only time that they will have joy. So I thank you, fellow Biafrans, for making out your time to be in this program. This is IPOB Western Cape, saying it the way it is, without fear, without favor. We don't care whether you like what we are saying or not. It's not our business. The only thing that we want you to do is to hear the truth. It is now your decision to accept it or not. We are even happy when you are not happy with what we are doing. We are happy when you are displeased with our message. That means we are saying the truth. We are not going to join those singing the song of deceit into your ears. Chukwu okike abịa amapụrụ m ihe niile. Ọfọ ka m na-agọ ọfọ n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ọfọ na-agọ n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ ọfọ ndụ, ọfọ arụ isi ike, ọfọ ọganiru, ọfọ otu esi wee dịrị ya na mma. Ọfọ na-agọ n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu bụ na osisi ọbụla fụrụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-atụ nkwe, osisi ahụ ga-agbaji n'iyi. Onye ọbụla fụrụ isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu si na ọ dị mma iji achụ àjà, onye ahụ ga-eji isi ya na isi ezinụlọ ya wee chụọ ya àjà. Anyị bụ ụmụ Biafra, anyị bụ ndị IPOB. Anyị kwu na egbebere ugo bere nke si ibe ya ebere nkwukwa ya. Ọ dịrị nwoke mma, ọ dịrị nwaanyị mma. Nwa mmụọ emegbere nwa mmadụ, nwa mmadụ emegbere nwa mmụọ. Ụkwa mịara m ya mịara nwunye di m maka na ụmụnna nwezuo akụ. Iro na-asị ya na ọ ga-adịrị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu mma na Eke na Orie na Afọ na Nkwọ. Ọ ga-eji ije a, ọ ga-eji ụkwụ ya wee lata, ọ ga-eji isi ya wee lata, ọ ga-eji arụ isi ya wee lata. Nkata niile ndị iro kpara iji wee si na fụ na ha gburu ya, nkata ahụ ga-alaghachi azụ kpudo ndị iro ya. Onye ọbụla kpara nkata imegide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, nkata ahụ ọ kpara ka o eji wee buru ozu ya. Ọ gaghị adị ya na mma. Ihe ọ ṅụrụ na IPOB ga-achụgide chụkpuo ya n'ili. Otu a ka ọ ga-adị. Ọ gaghị adịrị onye a na mma. Ka mfụkọ esi wee dịrị ha mma. Ebe ha ji ọnụ ha wee ṅụọ iyi si na ha ga na-eme ihe dị mma. Ebe ha ji ọnụ ha wee ṅụọ iyi si na ha ga na-esoro Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ruo mgbe Biafra ga-abịa. Ọnụ a ka ha ji wee ṅụọ ya. Atụrụ ha egbe. Ha ji ọnụ ha wee ṅụọ ya, ya wee iyi. Iyi ahụ ga-ejide ha. Ihe niile ha na-eme na IPOB taa, a ga-eji ewe kpee ha ikpe mgbe oge ruru. Chukwu okike Abịama nekwu ụmụ IPOB bụ ndị kwere n'ihe a na-eme, ndị kwudosiri ike. Ekwekwana ka anyị dapụ. Ekwekwana ka ikuku a na-ekukuchapụ anyị n'ọnọdụ anyị nọ ugbu a n'ebe anyị kwudosiri ike. Ekwekwana Chukwu okike Abịama. Ikuku ọjọọ a na-eku bụ ikuku ya eji wee kuchasịa ndị iro. Mgbe ọbụla ụmụ Biafra na-agba iji wee fụ na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-enwere onwe ya, na Biafra ga-enwere onwe ya, mba ahụ ga na-amịta mkpụrụ ọma ọvọ nna agụ mmụọ niile chi niile nọ n'ala Igbo ihe niile Chukwu Oke ji arụ ọrụ o kere n'ala Igbo ọ ga na-achụgharị ndị iro Biafra ndị iro Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye ọbụla na-ekwu okwu na-ekwugide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye ọbụla na-akpa nkata na-akpagide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye ọbụla na-eji ije na-ejegide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ihe ọbụla ọ na-emere iji emegide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ebe ọbụla o tiri aka ihe ọjọọ ga na-eso maka na onye si na ihe ọma adịrọ mma ihe ọjọọ ga na-abịarị ọrịrị maka onye kpatara nkụ ahụ si ngwere bịarị ọrịrị ọ nkiri nkiri ka a na-ekiri ododo ejighị enyi ozu nwata chọwa nke ya asị na ọjọọ ọgba njọ ọ nke anyị ka anyị na-achọ anyị ada-achọ nke mmadụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu sị ọ dịrị onye Fulani mma ọ dịrị onye Yoruba mma ọ dịrị ndị Biafra mma ọhịa ka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kwuru ọhịa ka ha ji wee sisi kpọta ya ka e gbuo ya Chukwu Oke abịa ma ị ga-ekwe ka ihe dị otu a mee mbanụ ọ gaghị adịrị ya na mma ha ṅụọ mmiri ha ṅụọ ga-akpọdo ha n'akpịrị ọ gaghị agbada agbada ntị ha anwụọ ha zọọ ụkwụ n'ala ana ga-achagbu ha n'ọkụ ha ga-anọ na mgbagharị oge niile ụbọchị niile nke ndụ ha ụmụ Biafra ọ ga-adịrị na mma ọ ga-adịrị na mma ise I thank you fellow Biafrans for your time. I do appreciate every time you spend listening to us this evening. Remember where you are. You are an IPOB Western Cape media platform where we are saying nothing but the truth, where we are saying it the way it is. I say to you, good night and God bless you as I come your way.